4.6 Savage here, and today we're going to review a 2000 Mercury Cougar. Now, the Cougar started, I don't have all the specifics, but started around the time the Mustang started. It was Mercury and Ford, our parent sister companies, you know, that bullshit. Anyway, so the Cougar has always been part of the Mustang. I do believe it used a Mustang frame. The engines were close. Basically, an XR7 was that of a GT, and so on. But they grew up, and around, I think it was 99, they decided to do to the Cougar what they were planning to do to the Mustang. They converted the Cougar to front-wheel drive. They converted the body style, everything front-wheel drive. Looks kind of like an Eclipse now. So, first off, I don't like the look of the body style. It looks like trash. But what we're going to talk about is the fact that Ford tried to force the Probe to replace the Mustang because front-wheel drive cars in the 2000s were so much better. Probe didn't go over so well at all. And we'll just take it to the Cougar, right? You mean the Cougar that ran since, I do believe, the 60s, 70s, and then suddenly they make 3 years of a Cougar front-wheel drive and it gets on the chopping block. I think they made these up to 2001, 2002, and the body style started in 99. Yeah, we're getting those mystery Camaro numbers there. But you get to the point and it's like, where is why would you do this to a car? It had history behind it. It was always it ran side by side by the Mustang, mainly because they were the same car, but it's no different than a Crown Vic and a Grand Marquis. But we'll get to the point. My 6,000 mile review on the Mercury Cougar V6. Oh, I forgot to mention it was a V6. That makes a big difference. The whole 170 horsepower out of the V6. Issues I've had with it so far. I bought it for $1,700. It was not worth that. I should have paid $400 to $500 for it. It has a brand new suspension underneath of it. All eBay. I'll be making a video on the eBay stuff in a minute. But we're gonna go for the fact that I paid for a whole new suspension underneath of it, front control arms, rear shocks, front shocks, sway links, ball joints, brakes all the way around. I want you to understand, I just put a pass side control arm. A lot of you have watched my videos on doing that pass side control arm. That control arm has now on the front bushing separated from the sleeve of the control arm. Yep. So now I've got a bad control arm I've got to replace. And it's not because it was bad, it's because the bushing is inferior. Yeah, there is a reason we don't use eBay parts, but there is a reason we do use eBay parts. I'm not gonna lie, eBay parts are good. Sometimes. But that's for another video. Anyway, so far, the issues I've had. First got the car ran great. The car had definitely needed shocks, so I started working on it. Put one control arm on, put tie rods on it, Well, suddenly during heavy acceleration, the driver's side tire would turn like this, while the other side stayed straight. Found out that the tie rod end had came loose and egged out the spindle. Put a new hub and a new spindle on it. Then my front shock mounts had came off the vehicle. I don't mean a little bit, I mean almost an inch off the vehicle. So we went and started troubleshooting the shocks. Well, supposedly, now this one's on me. I didn't put the mounts on all the way, supposedly. We're not quite sure. So pulled the struts off, scarred up the struts. Now these are expensive struts, these were KYBs. So now I've got Monroe Matics on it. when I compared the struts, it's looking like the strut was a bit taller, and that was what was causing the bushing to come up off the vehicle. So I replaced that. Steering got better for a little bit, had it aligned. Now, fast forward to 2 days ago, I was replacing front calipers on it because it was dragging. When you would hit the brake, it would pull to one side. So I thought this was the issue. I went and replaced it. Driver's side caliper was in fact not seized, but very tight. It needed to be greased. I put 2 new calipers on it anyway. It cost me $88. Not bad. Went to do the passenger side. Picked up the passenger side car. The tire, once off the ground, moves forward a full inch. So I kick it. Moves back and forth, squeaking. So I'm like, what would that be? Pull the tire off. Sure enough, the bushing's broke. I'll include a picture of the bushing. And we're gonna go and so I've got a new control arm at it. It's the same one I put on there, but the way it's going, I really don't have time to replace or spend $100 for a control arm. That's me being cheap. I got a race car. I got other dailies. This is the problem. Honestly, I don't like this car because the engine is sluggish. The gears don't feel right. When you shift, it does not want to go into second. I will hit about 5,000 RPM and try to go into second, and it will bump down until the RPM, like keep bumping it out, not grinding, but won't lock into second until the RPM drops, and then it'll drop into second. The thing I do like though is, unlike my Focus, the shifter is in a good position. Is a lot shorter than the Focus shifter. It is a lot quicker. My Focus is quicker than this car, even though there's a 30 horsepower difference. The weight is also the same. The other issues I've had is these sunroofs have a bad habit of braking. The tracks are plastic. They break. They won't open. They won't close. That's why I've got it silicone shut, because it will leak. Honestly, if you're gonna get a Cougar of these years, they've got problems. There's like so many recalls on it, especially the 2000s. The 2000s have a vapor lock problem with the fuel line, which I have yet to fix. When I say vapor lock problem, I mean you'll drive it for 30 minutes, sit like at Walmart, come back out, car won't start. You'll have to go open the hood and press the pressure, the fuel regulator valve relief. And when you do that, you'll be able to start your vehicle. Yeah. And this is a common problem. That's why I do believe they switched to a different intake on the 2001. But that's going to be all for this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching the whole video, guys.